Have you ever pulled a card and felt something even before you read a single word in your guidebook? That feeling isn't random. It's your intuition responding to something your conscious mind may not have noticed yet. Often, it's color. Every tarot deck is a carefully painted language. The artists who created these cards weren't just making them beautiful, they were encoding meaning into every shade, every hue, every contrast. Today, we're going to learn how to read that language. And stay with me, because later we'll look at one color that many readers misunderstand completely. A color that can change how you interpret some of the most challenging cards in the deck. Once you understand what colors are saying, your readings will go from surface level to deeply intuitive, almost like the cards are speaking directly to you. Let's begin with red. Red is one of the most commanding colors in any tarot deck. When you see red, your nervous system pays attention, and that's intentional. Red represents raw energy and life force, passion, desire, and sexuality, willpower and courage, but also anger, danger, and urgency. And here's something people often overlook. Red is also a grounding color. It connects us to the physical body, to the earth, and to the present moment. So when red appears, it isn't always a warning. Sometimes it's an anchor. In the Rider-Waite deck, look at the tower. Red flames pour from the windows. A crown, a symbol of false ego, is blasted from the top. The red here isn't just dramatic. It's telling you this is a moment of intense, unstoppable force. Compare that to the emperor, who sits in a red robe. Here, the same color tells a different story. Authority, command, mastery of the material world. Before we move on, think about the last card you pulled that contained a lot of red. Was that energy pushing you forward, grounding you, or warning you to pause? Keep that question in mind. Interestingly, we'll see a very different type of power when we get to black later in the video. Now let's move to yellow. Yellow and gold are the colors of sunlight, and in tarot they carry that same illuminating energy. Yellow represents mental clarity and intellect, optimism, joy, and confidence, divine inspiration and higher consciousness. The conscious, waking mind, and confidence deserves its own mention here. Yellow is the color of someone who knows their own mind, someone who steps forward without constantly second-guessing themselves. Notice the Fool's bright yellow background. It signals a new beginning full of light and possibility. Even as he steps toward the edge of a cliff, the yellow reassures you. This leap is guided. The Sun card is perhaps the most saturated with yellow in the entire deck. Children, sunflowers, a radiant face in the sky. It's pure vitality and happiness. Gold takes yellow one step further into sacred territory. When you see gold tones, especially in stars, halos, or divine imagery, that's often a signal that something larger is at work. Here's something interesting. Yellow and blue often work as opposites in tarot. Yellow shows what you consciously know. Blue reveals what you're sensing beneath the surface. Let's look at blue next. If yellow is the conscious mind, blue is its mirror, the subconscious, the deep, the unknown. Blue represents intuition and psychic awareness, truth, honesty, and clarity of thought, communication and authentic self-expression, water, emotion, and the subconscious mind, peace, wisdom, and spiritual depth. Look at the High Priestess. She is draped in blue and seated before a veil. Everything about her says there is more here than meets the eye. She is the keeper of hidden knowledge, and blue is her language. The Moon card takes this energy even deeper. Here, blue isn't peaceful. It's mysterious, unsettling, dreamlike. It asks you to explore what you've been avoiding, suppressing, or simply not seeing. And because blue is also connected to communication, ask yourself this: what truth is trying to be expressed here? What conversation needs to happen? What am I feeling that I haven't put into words yet? At first glance, blue may seem like the deepest color in tarot, but black often takes us even further. We'll come back to that shortly. These first colors tend to point toward action, awareness, and what is happening both consciously and unconsciously. The next colors take us into a more spiritual dimension of tarot. Let's start with white. White is perhaps the most spiritually loaded color in the deck. White represents purity and innocence, divine truth and higher wisdom, new beginnings free from the past, the soul in its highest form. In Judgment, the angel Gabriel blows a trumpet and figures rise from coffins dressed in white. This is resurrection, transformation, a soul beginning again. White lilies appear in the Magician and the High Priestess. They symbolize purified intention. The white horse in Death and the Sun carries a similar message. Forward movement that is spiritually aligned. When white appears prominently in a reading, it often signals a moment of clarity, a moment where confusion falls away and truth becomes visible. Now let's move to purple. Purple sits at the edge of visible light, and fittingly, it represents the edge of ordinary perception. Purple and violet represent spiritual authority and wisdom, mysticism, esoteric knowledge, transformation, a connection between the human and the divine. The Hierophant often wears purple tones. The color reinforces his role as a teacher of sacred knowledge. In many decks, purple backgrounds or garments signal a figure who sees beyond appearances, someone operating on a deeper level of understanding. Purple invites you to ask a different question, not what is happening, but why is this happening, and what deeper lesson is trying to emerge. Purple connects us to mystery. Black asks us to walk directly into it. But before we get there, let's look at two colors that connect the spiritual and physical worlds. Green is the color of the living world, and in tarot, it speaks to everything that grows, heals, nourishes, and thrives. Green represents growth and renewal, abundance and prosperity, healing and balance, a connection to nature and the physical world. The Empress is surrounded by lush green landscapes, wheat fields, trees, flowing water. She embodies fertile, creative life. Green here is thriving energy, the kind that develops naturally when given time and care. Throughout the Pentacles suit, green landscapes often remind us that material success is rarely instant. Like a garden, it grows through patience and attention. Now let's briefly talk about orange. Orange combines the energy of red with the optimism of yellow. It represents creativity, enthusiasm, confidence, and the courage to express yourself. In many tarot decks, orange appears when a card is encouraging inspired action rather than force. When orange appears in a reading, ask yourself, where am I being encouraged to create? What wants to be expressed through me? What would happen if I approached this situation with more enthusiasm? Orange often appears when the deck is reminding you growth doesn't have to feel heavy. Sometimes progress comes through curiosity, creativity, and joy. Quick question. Which color seems to show up most often in your readings lately? You don't need to know why yet. Just notice it. Because recurring colors often reveal themes your intuition is already trying to highlight. And now we come to the color many readers misunderstand: black. Many readers feel uneasy when black dominates a card. And honestly, that's understandable. We often associate darkness with fear, loss, uncertainty, endings. But tarot approaches black very differently. Think about a seed. Before it grows into a flower, it spends time underground, hidden, unseen, protected by darkness. The darkness isn't the problem, it's part of the process. Black represents the unknown and the unseen, shadow work and unconscious material, endings that create space for beginnings, the fertile darkness from which transformation emerges. And black also carries the energy of protection. Think of the night sky, vast, dark, yet somehow capable of holding everything safely within it. In tarot, black can represent a sacred container, a space where healing happens away from outside noise. The death card is famously dark, black armor, dark imagery, a somber atmosphere. But death isn't about destruction, it's about transformation. The darkness isn't the end of the story, it's the chrysalis, the cocoon before the butterfly. The moon also contains deep shadows. But even there, black isn't telling you to run from the darkness. It's inviting you to move through it, to trust yourself enough to keep walking. So the next time black appears prominently in a reading, don't immediately ask, "What am I afraid of?" Also ask, "What is growing here that I cannot see yet?" And what is being protected while it transforms? That single shift in perspective can completely change how you experience some of the most challenging cards in the deck. Color is one of the most powerful and most overlooked tools in intuitive tarot reading. Your deck is a painting. Every color is a word. Every combination tells a story. And you already know more of that language than you think.